is Brandon Lui. Thank you very much for taking the time to join our webinar today. Thank you very much for being part of today's occasions. So as usual, first of all, I would like to do a sound check. So this is actually a live interaction show. If the sound is clear, do let us know. So you can write down in the comment sections below, anything. If the sound is clear, just give us type a clear or anything. So, all right. And if you guys have any questions regarding, technical analysis or stocks to analyze, so, I and Afnan is here. So you can write down anything in the chat box below, and I and Afnan will actually answer from time to time or during our Q&A sessions later on. So do stick with us till the end. Okay, we're actually starting to see a lot of comments coming in from Fion, Jerry, and Mr. Lionel Tong. Clear? Okay, that's good. So, all right, with me today actually is Afnan. So, and for those that have yet to know us, we are actually a certified financial technical analyst who is actually trained by FIFO Student itself and are currently working under him in F1 Academy of Technical Analysis. So, to those that would like to follow us, we actually have a Facebook page. It's actually called FredTime, and also F1 Academy of Technical Analysis, and Instagram, YouTube, you name it, we have it. And we're actually into TikTok right now. So do follow us in each of the social platform. So before we start, maybe how are you, Afnan? How's your trading going on? With the recently inflation, recessions, with a lot of uncertainty in the US. How's your trading?
Okay, those who know me, I'm a trend follower. Okay, I can trade, swing trade, position trade. But if you talk about intraday or scalping, very short term, not for me because I'm a busy person. Okay, so based on my style, right now I'll be defensive. Okay, some of my latest earnings that I made was from Gamuda was one of them. Yes, recent, even in this you say horrible, weak market, soft market. Okay, so in the soft market, yes, many stocks will be heading downwards, but not all. If you can just pick one or two, that's good enough. Okay, so Gamuda was one of the stocks that gave me profit in this kind of market. So yeah, again, back to the question, how's my trading recently? Slow, but I'm on standing by because when the market is declining sharply, and if there's a turning point, it's likely to be followed by a sharp rebound or rally. So I'm just waiting for the right moment.
I hope that moment will come soon. So you're right. So actually, Afnan has mentioned few types of trader there. So he himself is actually a swing and position trader, right? So today, actually, back to our topic today in our webinar, we actually will discuss regarding the types of trader and choosing your trading style. So that you actually will understand better which is your style, and of course we will share with you on the certain strategy, some strategy on the certain types of trader, but of course there's actually a lot of types of trader out there. So due to time constraint, we wouldn't be able to explain all, but we will actually share some of it actually is a common one and the basic idea of it. Reason being, for our topic, we will share this, of course, so that people understand it better, and they will know what types of styles that suit them more. Hopefully by the end of it, the sessions, you all will know which trading styles that might bring you the best result. And if I may quote this, of course, the right tools for the right person and for the right job. So okay, let's start. Before that, maybe we need to go on with the disclaimer, as usual.
Okay, so this talk is for information and educational purposes only and should not be construed as a solicitation to buy or sell any of the stocks mentioned herein. The speakers or staff may have positions in some of the stocks.
So yeah, this is both of us. I'm Brandon Lui and this is Mr. Afnan Fidaus.
Not Hubo. Previous talk, someone called him Hubo.
Okay, and next. Okay, so reason being, we would like to share this with you all today is, of course, the importance of knowing what types of trader you are. And because the thing that we get is actually one of the mistakes of the students that they have yet to have a trading strategy. And does the trading suit the types of trader they are? So this is actually the importance of it. So we would like to share with you the 4 importance to understand what types of trader you are. First, which are the first one, of course, is why is it so important? And to suit your goal, routine, risk appetite, and also the expected profit that you should have. The second goes to be clear with your trading strategy and the plan of it. Is actually very important. You couldn't go a war without proper planning. So understand what types of trader you are, then know which strategy that you should be using. Next is to see the logic behind your trading decision. He doesn't want some to like, your profit, but he doesn't know the reason behind it, or you're losing, but he doesn't know the reason behind it too. And of course, the last one is to be consistent and disciplined in trading. What does it mean by he doesn't like you to, saying so, Brandon, that day I make a profit of like 100%. But after a few months, you say the 100% is gone. It's just a one thing, so it has to be a consistent too. So if the reason being why is that you're not consistent, probably because the strategy is not suits you and you are different types of trader you are. So okay, next. The types of trader that we'll share with you today, the common one is actually, first is a position trader, second is the swing trader, and the last one is scalper. One of the most popular ways to differentiate the various groups of trader is actually based on the time frame that they trade. So some trader prefer to constantly monitor the market and trade with higher frequency. Meanwhile, some actually prefers to trade just once or twice per day. So an alternative way to look this is actually by considering the average holding period for traders, your open positions. For examples, a scalper itself, they actually open and close their positions within seconds or minutes. It is like doing a day trading, but with a higher frequency, just like FIFO, the course that we actually provided. So swing trading is actually buy and sells within a few weeks, few days or few weeks, I would say. They aim to make profit from a price that changed drastically within a short time period. And a position traders, that it actually holds until a trend peaks, or some people say it's actually buy and hold investor, which is actually long term. All right. So we'll move in details for each types of trader there are. So of course, I pass the floor to you, Afnan. Since you are the position trader and the swing trader, you'll be suitable to explain in details to them. Over to you, Afnan.
Okay, thank you, Brandon. Just to let you guys know that I'm sure everyone that they're watching right now is a mix of full-time workers. I think some have retired, or a lot have free time. Okay, so over here you will see what styles, what kind of traders there are, which one suits you, okay, and suits your needs. Because I've encountered some people, they say, oh, you can make frequent income with scalping. Yes, I want that, but that person is working 9 to 5. So he or she has to choose another trading style. Okay, the first and foremost, position trader. We'll start off with the definition, okay? So to put it in the simplest way possible, a trader who buys and holds for long term. Okay, now short term, medium term, long term, the period, okay, there's no like hard and fast rule. How many months is it? It's not like accounting. Accounting short term is within 12 months, within a year. And long term is more than 1 year. Okay, but in trading, short term, medium term, long term, to every individual, it can be different. Right. So that's what one thing you have to know. So in this, we can generally say position traders, they hold their positions for many months. So the characteristics of a position trader and what kind of things they look for in a trade. They aim for the major trend, the bigger picture, okay? So over here, if the bigger picture is up, they will ignore all the minor fluctuations, okay? So that's point number 2, ignoring the minor downward fluctuation. Okay, and also position trader, Brendan, is very, very hard, very patient. And yes, some may be seasonal. Okay, like they only trade during certain times. Like maybe right now, some position traders, they can be on standby. They just reserve their cash. Okay, in the KLCI, FBMM, SCAP, we noticed that it's been declining sharply, right? If it's as sharp as that in March 2020, if there's a reversal, if it rebounds sharply, that's the time where position traders enter. Okay, so they're very patient with entering, also very patient with waiting to take their profit.
In other means, if you are persons that you would like to see an instant result, ching ching into your bank and all, well, this is actually maybe not something for you.
Okay, this one person that I know who does this is my father. He's working full time, and plus he's more to FA. His positions are all very, very long term, months, years. He hold on to them. Okay, but is he okay with it? Because position trader, you don't make trades very frequent. He's working full time. He already has a salary. Okay, so that's why he's okay with this. So that's something for you to think about, right? And then next, position trader, okay, they often practice good risk reward strategy because for the long term, you'll need this to stay profitable. Okay, so there's this saying: cut your losses short, let your profits run. For position trader, this is very true. And also for position traders, since usually they go slightly larger than average amount, they hold for a long time, okay? They're also able to handle huge risk and they have strong holding power, okay? Meaning they're able to hold onto their positions despite the fluctuations in between. So when do they sell? They may sell at target or get a target when the trend is at its peak or when the major support is broken, okay? And then also this, if you want your entry to be sharper, you may use technical analysis combined with fundamental analysis. Okay, so you can combine fundamental analysis to identify the current theme of the market. Like March, back in 2020, it was the healthcare stocks, the gloves, and what's
technology.
Technology. Those were the theme. FA could identify this. You double confirm it with technical analysis to fine tune your timing of entry and exit. And there you have it, a position trade. So here's an example of a position trade. Okay, so this is a great technology stock from, this chart was in 2020, okay, around that time. So position trade, if they want to use any technical indicators, one of the famous ones are is a 200 EMA, right? This moving average. So one way they can do it is when price is above the moving average, they can buy or wait for standby. When price makes a breakout, that's where they enter and then they hold onto their position. If they want to draw trend lines, it's up to them. Okay, the important thing is they write the trend, they write this whole stretch. Okay, and then the moving average here is just another tool for them to confirm their decision. And then if we look at it from bigger picture, you can see, okay, great tech was going up and up. You notice over here, there were fluctuations in between. You entered here, price went up, up, down, down, okay, like that. Okay, trend line was still supporting the price. Okay, moving average also supporting the price. They can sell when they think it's at its peak, like over here, or just hold onto their positions as long as possible until support is broken. So in this case, it can be the trend line here, all right? Or if you're extra patient, wait for the moving average support to be broken. Okay, another example here is Inari. Okay, so again, we can use the same moving average. Okay, we see high highs, high low, we can enter our trade. All right, and of course, to be sharper in our accuracy, we have to identify the theme. So here you notice there will be fluctuations up and down. Okay, maybe when you see the chart, you won't feel anything because our money is not inside. But once your money is inside, you'll feel nervous, you'll feel scared. Okay, that's the real challenge. But true position traders, they can hold onto this. They just ignore their all the downward movements, minor trends. Okay, they may be too busy with their work even, okay, to be bothered with all this. So when can they sell? Somewhere near the peak, okay, or when support is broken. So you see, this is a very long term. I think it's almost a year of holding period. Okay. So these are some of the examples. The pros and cons, advantage and disadvantage of position trading. Advantage first. Okay. Position traders, they're able to reap huge profits when done correctly. Okay. Frequent monitoring is not required. So this is suitable for busy people, those who are working full time. Okay. And since you're holding onto the position for a very long time, along the way, you may get dividend or bonuses if the company issues any. Okay. So the disadvantage, position trading opportunities do not appear all the time. So it may be seasonal. Okay. And you may need to combine with fundamental analysis to identify the current theme for added confirmation. Okay, because you need to know the theme because you're going to hold it for a long time. And number 3, income is less frequent, but it's a give and take. Less frequent, but huge profits if you do it correctly. Okay, so position trader, I hope it's clear. Next, Brandon, we'll go to swing trader, which is also me. Okay, so what is a swing trader? Definition, a trader who attempts to capture swings in the market. They ride these periods of momentum to make short or medium-term gains, okay? They usually hold their positions from a few days to several weeks, okay, which can be 1 to 3 months also, okay, several weeks. So characteristics, they aim to capture temporary momentum in the market. And typically, but not all the time, they use the buy low and sell high approach, okay? And they also have to have the habit to monitor a list of stocks with potential from time to time, okay, just like me. And then here, when they enter a position, they may sell at target or when momentum is weakening. Momentum weakening not necessarily mean there's a support being broken, trend line broken, moving average support being broken. Okay, this is can be subjective. If they see the rally is weakening, they can just sell straight away like that. Okay, and then high risk reward is sometimes applied. Okay, but this if you can apply it, of course, it's better. And because swing trading, you have to decide your entry point, exit point, target price beforehand all the time. Okay, you'll notice that if you buy low, sell high, distance to stop loss is usually relatively small. Okay, what is swing? Some may ask, swing or the one in the playground. Okay, this is swing. So you see here, from here, this rally, this whole stretch, that's a swing. The downward stretch, that's another swing. Okay, swing, swing. Basically, the time, the period where it rallies and declines, those are swings. So swing trader, they capture those kind of momentum. And since Malaysia, our market is a one-way market, we can only make money when it's going up. So meaning, us swing traders, we will try to capture all the rallies. Okay, buy low and sell high. Okay, here's an example. This is an old example, but based on my trade from last time, Great Tech. Okay, so I bought around here when there was a symmetrical triangle breakout. Okay, this is a buy high, sell higher kind of approach. Okay, so I bought here. Stop loss was somewhere below here. I had my target. My target was here, it was 8 ringgit and 7 cents. Okay, so I just stood by, on and off. I monitor, I look at my positions. Is it going up? Is it going up? If it is, then okay, I'll just wait and wait. Okay, but when I noticed momentum was weakening, I don't wait until it goes down completely. I can still choose to sell, okay? So I didn't get as much profit as I would if I sold it here, but still I managed to protect my existing profits. Okay, so that's one way to do it, swing trade. Now for the buy low, sell high approach, I can share a bit with you. So here we can use RSI. So RSI is a momentum oscillator. Anything below 30 is oversold. Okay? And then RSI, the buy signal comes from, one of them is when it crosses from below 30 to above 30. And then for added confirmation, it's best to combine it with Japanese candlestick pattern. So over here, we have a pattern. Okay, it's a bullish pattern. At the same time, on that day, RSI also crossed above 30. Okay, so with RSI confirming, Japanese candlestick chart pattern also confirming, it's a one white soldier. Okay, so one may, you can take the trade over here, stop loss at the previous low. Okay, risk reward. You can actually just take the distance to stop loss, multiply by 2, add it to your entry price. So that will be here, okay? But also, if you think that momentum is weakening, okay, like around here, you can also choose to sell it. That's the thing about swing trade is you don't have to be very, very strict, must sell at target, okay? You can also sell slightly below it. At least it's profit and not a loss. Okay, and then the pros and cons of swing trading.
I think before, Afna, you move to the next one. There's actually questions from Muhammad Hazar. So Muhammad Hazar actually asked, how to identify a clear sell signal. So of course, there's actually a few ways, like as been explained to Afna just now. But to be using a simple one, maybe you can watch back our previous webinar, where we actually use by just using support and resistance, it actually can help you to identify the entry and exit level. Of course, if you're using our TAD system, it will straight away give you an up and down arrow. So that's actually a very clear cut for you. So I hope you answer maybe one.
Yeah, you can use support, you can use trend line.
Yeah.
Chart pattern, reversal chart pattern, that's a good one also. Okay.
So there's actually a few methods. So, but if you would like to use a simple one, support and resistance, trend lines, chart pattern, you need to know how to do all this. But the simple one, we chart pattern, support and resistance and trend line.
Right. Okay. But then also you have to take into account your entry price. If I were to add some more, it to stay profitable, not just what kind of sell signal you're looking for. Okay, let's say if I say it's a moving average sell signal, chart pattern, breakdown. Okay, those are true. But you also have to look at your individual trade. What's your entry price when you entered? Okay. With the methods mentioned just now, is it suitable for your current position? Okay, you have to take that into account.
I think that's actually where the TAD plays a main role, because TAD is not only telling you, just to share with your TAD system how it works. There is by using turtle, it actually tells you there's a time to buy. But what if you're already in the positions? So TAD system will actually tells you the turtle further breakout. So if the turtle further breakout, don't worry if let's say you miss the first rally, turtle will tell you the second entry, which if you miss the first one, or if really in the position, this is the time for you to add more in it. And to exit also, there will be a turtle sell down or TAD sell down. Then TAD support is broken, then that's actually also the time. So this is a good thing about TAD, whereby it tells you straight by ignoring support resistance. It gives you a better illustration at all.
Yeah, thanks Brandon for sharing that. We move on with the advantage and disadvantage of swing trading. Okay, this is what I like about swing trading. Fundamental analysis is generally not required, and I tell this to everyone. FA is not my thing. Not to say it's not good. I'm not good with FA. Okay, with too many jargons for me. But in the future, I think I'll pick it up for something. All right. Next is swing trading is actually relatively applicable in any trend. Okay. Given that you have the right strategy. If market is uptrending, okay, definitely you can use it. If it's sideways, okay, you identify a ranging market, okay? You identify the highs and low. You can actually buy low, sell high. Okay, this is also swing trading. For a downtrend, you can also, but you have to be careful, okay? So downtrend, let's say it's declining sharply, and then there's a turning point somewhere over here, you enter, you sell on rally, okay? This is also swing trading. Okay, so uptrend, sideways, downtrend, you can apply it. All right, third one is income is moderately frequent. Not as frequent as scalping, not as seldom as position trading, but it's somewhat in between, okay? The disadvantage, okay, the routine you need to have a watch list of potential stocks to trade, and you need to do follow-ups, okay? This one, not necessarily you have to do it when the market is open. After the market close also you can do. So you make your decisions based on the closing. All right, and then monitoring is sometimes required, especially if you have positions in certain stocks. So let's say, previous example, I had Great Tech, right? It was going up, so that was an unrealized gain. So I wanted to protect it. So I have to monitor it sometimes to see whether momentum is steady or weakening. So that's when you need to do monitoring sometimes. And then swing trading, since we already preset where to take our profits, we set our target, okay? Taking profits at a target means the trader might miss a larger stretch of the rally, okay? So this is one thing you have to take into account. If you have decided where you want to sell, okay, then you might be selling it off earlier, and then you miss the whole stretch. But not to say it's position trading is better. You may take profits early, but you also trade more frequently than a position trader, and therefore income is more frequent. Okay, so there's ups and downs in all the styles.
Okay, so next we actually have scalpers itself. I present the scalpers, since I'm more into it. I'm the one that not to say not as much as patient as Avnan, but of course there's the excitement whereby we see the money straight enter into our trading account. So that's the excitement of it. So what is actually a scalpers? Scalping is actually what I would say what we're most actually aim to do when we are talking about short-term trading, because scalpers are those who specialize in profiting from even smaller price movement itself. So what is more is that they will actually buy and sell more frequently within a day. So scalping is also what we at F1 call it as a FIFO, which represent fast in, fast out. So those of you here is actually a FIFO member, I think you're already familiar with these terms. So, well, in layman terms, by definition is for scalping. Okay, the definition is a trader who buys and sells within seconds, minutes, or hours itself that make profit, that makes small profit but frequent and trade on the intraday charts. So, well, the characteristic is that prefers frequent income, which straight away you can see the money in, which is good, and has ample of time to monitor the charts during trading hours. And the next one is does not necessarily apply risk reward concept. Okay. And now let's have a look at another one more is actually positions are not held overnight. This is actually one of the characteristics of scalpers. Now let's have a look at the example of the chart. So, well, to just to explain how actually scalping works. First, there's actually a few things that you need to look at. Number one, the stock has to be overall uptrending, in which if let's say your doesn't have a TAD indicator or whatsoever, the most easiest indicator that you can use is actually EMA 20 and also EMA 50 to determine that. So as we can see right now, the price is actually above both the EMA and 20. We can say that the trend is actually bullish. Next one, some tricks for you is you have to have some sort of chart pattern breakout. So the common one that we actually normally see, because all this is actually really intraday. So the intraday, the types of pattern that we can see, the most one common is like flag, pennant, or even triangles. So in this case for Kobe, we will say that you can see there's actually a small falling wedge breakout in daily, and in a smaller time frame, there is an ascending triangle breakout in a smaller time frame. So roughly, if you're using this breakout buy, the ROI for this period, if you buy at 5 ringgit and 13 cent at 9:15 a.m. and sell it at 5 ringgit and 24, which 9:15 to 10 a.m. is like 45 minutes, and your gain will actually is 2.14%. As I mentioned, for scalping, we don't aim for a huge profit, unlike position at swing. So, well, is 2.14% is actually attractive for you or not? Maybe at first, if it doesn't do the calculation, you will think that 2.14% is not really attractive. In fact, if let's say I put FD annually, I could get 2.5% perhaps, but that's annually. What we are talking here is actually 9:15 a.m. correct? Daily. It's not even daily. It's actually 9:15 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's within 45 minutes. You actually earn 2.14%. So okay, to have a better illustrations, maybe we will do a small calculations. Okay, maybe we'll actually do a next one first. Next. So I will say for pros, for scalping itself, your knowledge, it has to be very strong and to firm to do scalping successfully. People usually scalp in a market that is actually very volatile like Forex. But of course, our KLSE market is actually is sufficient itself. It doesn't need to move to other market, because in KLSE we also can do the scalping if provided you know the right method and also the strategy, and also have to be selective with the stocks that you're actually scalping in, because one of the criteria, it has to be volatile. You cannot simply just choose any stocks. So in terms of what to choose, we don't have time to go in, but we'll explain in our next one. So as I mentioned, for scalpers that don't really target huge one-off games, that tend to aim like small profit but at a larger frequency. So for scalpers, they are the type of people that are willing to stay on the screen to be fully focused on frequently spotting all these opportunities within the market. It's a more hardcore, I would say, than day trading itself. And one of the dangerous things about scalping is your winning rate. It has to be good for it to be success, because with the poor trading and money management strategy, one or a few wrong trades, it actually can wipe out all your previous gain. So it sounds scary, right? But so why do people actually still doing it? Reason being why people do day trading and scalping for people is probably due to a few reasons. Well, sometimes the market is actually not that good, or it's a kangaroo market. So due to political uncertainty, so it's actually sometimes better not to hold our position overnight. So if you are not a person to hold it overnight, FIFO is the one that for you. So let's look at the pros and cons of scalping. So as mentioned just now, they don't go for huge profit. It's frequent income, it's quick money, and suitable for those who do not feel comfortable to hold positions overnight. And then it can be applied at any market condition. So like, I think Afna for position right now, he actually still waiting for the moment for the market to turn back up. But for FIFO, we doesn't need to worry about that. We doesn't need to worry about what's going to happen on the next day, whether is Fed going to increase the interest rate or not. We doesn't need to deal with that, because we doesn't hold our stocks overnight. So what you need is just TA, technical analysis. You avoid all the noises, all right? But of course, nothing is perfect. There's pros, there's cons. So what's the cons? So I did mention you need to have a proper management and all, your money management, your strategy and all. So your entry and exit points, it has to be, must be very sharp. Because if not, you do a few mistakes in a few trades, it can wipe off all your previous gain. That's what it actually means. So entry and exit point must be very sharp. Second, do you have the time? Because for scalping, you require time to monitor the market during trading hours. So if you are a person like you're busy, you couldn't monitor the market, maybe scalping is actually not for you. All right. And the third one is daily scalping routine can be heavy. All right. So Well, as mentioned just now, the 2.14%, does it sound attractive? So maybe we can use some, illustration or maybe a simple maths calculation after to show them whether it's actually good or not. So next slide is, this is actually what we do in FIFO. So, okay, as I mentioned just now, scalp trader, they don't aim for big profit. So as in like maybe positions or swing or trader that aim for 10%, 20%, or even 30% ROI, return of investment. So for us, as small as 3% for FIFO is already sufficient. Why do I say so? Of course, preferably for FIFO trader, you need to have a larger capital is better, so that the effort that you do for it is actually worth it. All right, so let's assume for us, for each FIFO trade, we have a capital of 10,000 ringgit. So what if we make 3% like just now? 2.14% is sufficient. That's just one trade. But if you do a second trade, maybe accumulate all. But if by just using a 3% from that 10,000, you actually earn 300 ringgit a day. All right. Okay. We go on. Then you see how good is it? 3% a day. So consistent is the key. If you are being able to earn 3%, just 3% a day, and that's 5 trading days a week. So from 5 trading days a week, you multiply it, and per month, that's actually 4 weeks. So if you do it consistently, 4 weeks, how much do you earn? 300 times 5 days, you get 1,500 a week. And for 4 weeks, you actually earn 6,000 per month. So to be saying that 2.14%, some people will say, Brandon, I'd rather put it in FD, no risk, no nothing, but that's annually. If you do this per day, 2.14% or 3% is actually sufficient. And if, in fact, if you do it consistently, you're able to achieve this kind of result. 6,000 per month, that's the minimum target. In fact, I actually know some of the students actually earn more than that. Of course, this is just with the capital of 10,000 ringgit. If you have a bigger capital, this is how some of students, they're able to earn 16,000 a day. Of course, you need to see what percentage of ROI they have and how much capital they put in. Good thing is,
but we can say they are big players.
Yeah, they are quite loaded, I would say. So this is the good thing, okay? Okay, and then, so this is what we are sharing to them, and maybe I go into the summary. Okay, summary is just to help you identify it better between scalpers, position, and swing. Well, position trader is actually the one that, those that have trades that actually last for weeks or months. And swing traders are those for people that like to hold on to trades for maybe several days to several weeks at a time. So these types of trader, they can monitor their chart throughout the day. So they dedicate a couple of hours analyzing the market at the right time to make a good trading decision. And for scalpers, they hold on the stock that actually maybe a few seconds or few minutes itself. So by just using time frame, this is how we actually differentiate them. So their main objective for scalpers is to grab small profit, but as many times as possible. Okay. So yeah.
Okay, so that's the summary about position trader, swing trader, and scalper. I hope you guys know the difference in the styles, advantage and disadvantage, characteristic, so that you can choose which style you're going to use. Okay, because not necessarily, this style is better for the current market, I want to go with that style. You have to look at your routine also. Okay, are you working? Are you not working? Okay, and then
so especially I hope after we have presented this one, you'll actually understand it better and you know which types of styles that suits you more. So after knowing what styles that actually suits you more, you also need to know whether the trading strategy that you're actually using is suitable for the current market. So like what Afna has been sharing with us previously says that, as his position as swing trader, she's actually still waiting for the right moment. So what actually current market that we're doing, that we're actually having right now, and what strategy that we should have. So I will say that, actually right now it's actually more, there's a lot of uncertainty. There's kind of kangaroo market. Yeah. So if you are a person that doesn't like to have all this volatility, uncertainty, so scalpers will actually more suitable for you. Maybe after you can share with us with the current market what we have and which one is suitable.
Okay. You see, when the market is less trending, all these trend following approaches, they not to say they won't work, they just work less. Okay, and then scalper generally works at any time, trending, non-trending, because you're only holding onto your positions within seconds or minutes. You're just buying into that very, very short period of strength or momentum in price. Okay, so that's the thing about scalper. So anyone who is like me, we just wait. If the market declines sharply but rebounds like back in 2020, okay, that's our time, okay, to go in.
But right now, it's just different market. You got to use different strategy. And right now, I'm making money because I'm one of the scalpers, provided if I have time to do this. But just look at it, 3% in a month consistently, you actually can earn 6,000.
Okay. Just to share with you guys, some might be wondering, kangaroo? What kangaroo? What's kangaroo market? It's actually a legit term. I can't really remember the exact definition, but it roughly goes like this: where the market is volatile. Okay, within a day, within a few days, it goes up and down easily like this. Okay, within one day, it goes up and then goes down. Opens here, close here. Okay, like kangaroo. So if we were trend followers, or we want to buy in the opening and sell at the closing, this is day trading, right? Okay. Let's say you enter here, okay, you hold here, or you sell here, you'll make no money. But what if within that day, okay, you also sell before the closing, you make money. So this is what kangaroo market is in general, and how it can prevent you from making money, and also how you can fine-tune your strategy to take advantage of the volatility to make money within a short period of time. So this one is scalping, because it's very, very short term. Now, when we say scalping, it's a general term. Scalping can be done with many methods. You can come up with your own strategy. But FIFO is the F1 way of scalping. Okay, FIFO stands for fast in, fast out. Accounting one is first in, first out. Okay, this is the F1 way, fast in, fast out. And just to share with you guys that we have a course coming up this Saturday. Okay, so in this volatile market, it's best to learn the right strategy if you insist on making money every day. Okay, so if you sign up with us, you'll get these 10 preparation videos early. And please, if you want to learn, watch these videos early. You don't want to be like, that morning got class, that morning you watch it, because you also need time to digest. The preparation video is actually just 1-2 hours.
It's actually just 2 hours. So basically, of course, FIFO is actually much more advanced, and there is certain things that you actually need to do. It's like a prerequisite. So just into our FIFO course, we actually provide you in advance a 10 preparation video to learn in terms of chart pattern, basic concept of support, resistance, trend line, and everything. So there's actually a question from Mr. Albert. So for scalper set stop loss. Yes, in fact, you need to set stop loss. In FIFO, we actually, besides stop loss, we actually will teach you in terms of like just sharing with you all how to pick the right FIFO stocks, and also what time frame to use, and the rules to enter, exit, and stop loss. This will be shared to you all. So yeah.
And if you notice, yes, there are a few chart pattern modules here. You notice all of them are continuation patterns. Okay, in FIFO, we don't use reversal, we use continuation. Again, we buy into the strength, which is bullish continuation. So before you attend our live class, yes, the class will be live. Please watch the videos early and try to digest.
So I would say the right tools for the right person and for the right job.
Yes.
So right now, same thing, different market, you got to use different strategy. So we would like to share with you what our FIFO is actually offering. So as mentioned, this is actually what will be provided to you, which 10 preparation video. And if you think FIFO or scalp trading is actually for you, join us in our FIFO course. What you will learn is from Mr. Albert and for everyone here is actually interested. you will learn the daily routine as a FIFO trader. So as a FIFO trader, there is a certain routine, what you need to monitor, what channel that you need to go for, and how you filter it. That's one. And we'll share with you the systematic and rule-based entry and exit strategy. And then there's always the questions. How do you know that's the one? How do you know that's the right stock? So we will actually also teach you how to pick F1 FIFO stocks. And the fourth one will be our F1 FIFO breakout trading method and also our money management. So these two is actually one of our unique selling points. So a lot of people doesn't know it.
So you got some hints already. FIFO is we're actually buying on breakout on the intraday chart. Yeah. And then while technical analysis can be subjective to some extent, but this one we're not talking about how to analyze, how to become analyst. It's how to trade. Okay, and since it's rule-based, it is more objective and less subjective. That's a nice thing.
Yeah, and not only this that we actually provide to you, other benefits, other additional value that you get is actually, well, you will gain the exclusive access to our Telegram group. It's actually a FIFO community whereby it's the same-minded FIFO people that be inside, and they will be sharing, discussing what's other the potential stock you need. So you'll be added into our exclusive access to our Telegram group called F1 FIFO Group. So you will no longer trade alone and in isolation. You know, you get the same minded. Of course, us as an analyst will be inside, so you get the networking and all, and live FIFO discussions for your trades and your alerts. So,
and just for your information, our students, we don't give them any charts like, hey, buy this, buy that. It's just discussion like, hey, I think this stocks we can look today. They can handle it themselves, okay? Just with that simple discussion, yeah, they're very independent. They can make their decision, how much to buy, what price to buy, what price to sell. Independent.
Okay, so if you're interested, especially in this kind of volatile market, you are looking for one of the best trading method in a volatile market, whereby you do prefer to buy and sell at the same time, at the same day, and doesn't like to hold your stock overnight or bring the stock to the next day, then this FIFO class might be for you. Whereby what we will teach you in the class is we will teach you what's the safest trading method, which is simple and easy to use. So we would like to share with you also how's actually our testimonial, with our students right now. You see, ROI 13.7% in 2 days itself. And then this is just some of the students, if that's it, their whole. And one of the students is this is actually a live conversation from previous students for our first FIFO. So they managed to earn 10,000 profit in the early morning. So just now 2.414% is actually not it sounds not attractive. It sounds like not possible, but it's actually possible if you provided the right way, the right method. And these students earn 10,000 and they are not alone. There's actually more. And this is actually a live trade also from one of students whereby that is actually a tax scam. It's actually within a day. So within 2.5 hours, just now it's actually 45 minutes. This is within 2.5 hours. Total profit that they get is actually 900 ringgit. So, our market may be bearish, but there is still stocks to play provided with the same strategy. And another one, this is even great. Within 12 minutes, enter at 9:09 a.m. and out by 9:21 a.m. So in return, actually, if you say that someone is actually busy, they couldn't do scalp trading at all. But in a way, it's not. Because during your working time, if you just find maybe an hour, so happen that you have an hour of free time, you can just open. If you're able to identify, this is actually within 12 minutes. So within 12 minutes, you're able to do the transaction buy and sell. It's great. So even though for a busy person, you are still can trade because you don't hold at all. You buy and sell at the same time. Okay?
That's one nice way to put it.
Yeah. So within 12 minutes, you get 900, 700 plus ringgit. Just now it's 10,000 ringgit, right, for one of the students. This is actually another student. They managed to get 16,000, which we are happy. We are glad that our strategy, it works for them. It's a good thing, because it's actually so easy and easy to understand and simple to use it, to apply it. Even though you doesn't have any certificate of technical analysis, but we have modified a system that is so easy and so easy for you all to understand and to apply it. And yeah, this is actually just one of it. There's a lot of testimonial. See, all this is actually from our students. It works. So if you're interested in joining our class, we have put in the details of whom to contact, and if you're interested, do contact our customer service, or there's a link for you to register or to know more further details.
Okay.
So
and you want to check on what's the potential FIFO stocks for today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
According to our FIFO trader, our brother Hugo, he says Top Glove and what's the stock?
8 times, I think.
At times.
So this morning, of course, if you're actually still following the market, it's kind of slow, but there is still stocks that actually still performing. It's actually volatile. There's momentum in it. I think before I came, I read it out. There's actually few stocks. One of it is actually SciPark. So let's have a look what are the stock, and then whether the second trading session, this is actually the one of potential few that you actually can put in watch list. So the one that we have today is like this SciPark at MJRC, but that's already out. So let's see if it still has the potential to go up more and find the right time to enter again. So maybe we have a look at Top Glove. And meanwhile, if let's say you have any questions or anything to ask us, you can write down your questions in the chat box below, and we will answer it from time to time.
Okay, just give me a few more seconds. Okay. So I hope you can see our charting platform here. Can you see that? Okay, so it was Top Glove first, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, so Top Glove. What we want to do here is we open 2 charts. Okay, one's a daily chart, and then one is an intraday chart. Okay, let me just clear all this first. Okay.
So this is the thing, whereby a lot of, like, have you seen, I think in the previous webinar, we have been sharing healthcare. Healthcare is actually bearish, and especially with all the curve is still down trading. So we should be staying aside. This is the thing with FIFO. Doesn't matter what stocks or what market it is, FIFO is actually suitable for all. So as long as the stock on that particular day itself has a momentum, has a volatility to go up, then it is still one of our options. And again, our disclaimer, there's no buy or sell call here. So everything here is actually just for educational purposes only. But yeah.
Okay, just to share a bit, Top Glove, why our analysts say that it's potential for today is because right now it is oversold. Yes, overall going down, but FIFO, you just need one candle, one green candle. Okay, so that's oversold. We can see it's quite solid. Okay, so this is on the daily chart. What about on the 15 minutes chart? Okay, on the 15-minute charts, that's how it looks like. Okay, so we can see that this is from this morning, 21st. Okay, yeah, this was from today. This is later. It spiked up.
This is just the potential one that we are looking at, because for FIFO, we actually have to use few multiple time frame. One is daily, one is actually smaller time frame. So we have our rules and the way to identify it. If you would like to know more, do come to our FIFO to learn in terms of how you actually can identify this kind of stocks and when is actually the right time to enter and exit. So as mentioned, we don't go for a big profit, 10 or 23% here. We keep scalping. This is actually how we want you gain. So yes, I do look at it. This is actually one of the potential. If you see right now, well, okay, for the trend, there's sometimes like uptrend, downtrend, and sideways. So right now, yes, overall it's actually still downtrend, but for the smaller time frame, it actually just break from the sideways trend, correct? So this could be a potential one. Yep, Afna actually has dropped a pennant pattern there.
Okay,
So
it's just potential.
yeah, a potential pennant.
Mm.
So maybe it'll be consolidating, and let's see during the second trading session we break out. If we break out, of course, there's a potential to go for it to go higher. So yes, it's actually one of the good stock if it has still continued momentum to go up.
Mm. Okay, maybe we can take a look at one more.
Yeah, sure.
How do you spell this? 8
times, I think.
times. Haven't seen this one for a while. Okay, we start with, let's look at the mother chart first, okay? Which is the overall chart. So it is also still going down, okay? But then again, FIFO, you just need 1 day. So this is, you can see it's oversold. And today there's a long green candle, okay? And then to fine tune further your scalping entry, okay, you can go into the intraday chart and see what's going on, okay? So right now it's a pause, and remember I mentioned that we, in the preparation video, you need to learn continuation patterns, okay? Continuation patterns will play a lot because it helps you to, when the pattern is still in potential, you stand by with that chart. So throughout the day, that chart, you won't close it, you minimize, okay? So that when there is a breakout of that pattern, you know what to do already.
Okay. Yeah, there's actually questions from Miss Fion Low. Brandon, please send me the 10 video ASAP. Yep, actually Miss Fion is actually one of our students for this coming Saturday. Yes, we're actually processing the access. We will send to you immediately later on. And of course, see you this weekend. One of our FIFO students, and those that are actually interested, do come and join us. And yes, I will send to you, Miss Leon, right after this live end. And we have I'm sorry, but actually I missed out one question from Muhammad Hazar. TAD is an indicator. Okay, maybe you want to explain what actually TAD is?
Okay, TAD stands for Turtle Atom Duck. Okay, it was founded by our mentor, Mr. Fred Tam.
Yeah.
Okay, so to put it in simple terms, it's a trend following, buy and breakout, and standalone trading system. Okay, so you can only get it exclusively from us. Of course, the techniques and everything, how to actually use it, you have to learn from us, because otherwise it's like you have a GPS, but you don't know how to read the directions.
Yeah. So I hope today our sharing is actually do give added value to you. Right now, you actually understand what types of trader you are and what's the trading strategies that you should be using. And right after you have identified that, you also need to identify what kind of market we have right now. So does the strategy works for the current market? So well, in our view right now, it's actually bearish, kangaroo. So like Afna is actually positioned as swing trader. He's staying aside right now. So, but does it mean that we wouldn't have the opportunity to gain money yet? No, you just need to change your gear, change your strategy, maybe for FIFO, whereby right now, FIFO students are actually still making money itself, just got to know the right way to do it. And if you're interested, again, this coming Saturday, we actually have a live class. And like Miss Ria has just joined us, you got to join us early because we will provide you the 10 preparation video whereby you got to study before you attend our live class. So I hope today has been given added value, and thanks again for joining us today. And that's all from us for this webinar. So thanks again. Hopefully it will give you additional values. And I'm Brandon.
I'm Afnan.
So see you next time.
First of all, thank you so much for the opportunity, especially for the all lecturer today. Itu Fred, si Punik